With so much content whizzing around out there, there's only one storytelling platform that helps you keep calm and stay informed and inspired. Flipboard. Yes, I am talking about Flipboard. Hello, I am Big Sam, here to introduce you to Flipboard. Flipboard curates the world's stories so you can be smarter in your work, life, and play. You can choose from thousands of topics to personalize Flipboard and get the latest stories from the best publishers, experts delivered to you 24/7. That's right, every day of the week delivered to you. When you see stories that you want to save or share, tap the plus button to add them to your private or public collections. Yo, it's that simple. Used by millions of people every day, Flipboard is how people move themselves and the world forward. Get started right now at flipboard.com. FLIPBOARD.com. And for my veterans, I spell Foxtrot, Lima, India, Papa, Bravo, Oscar, Alpha, Romeo, Delta.com. That is flipboard.com. You can get started right now. Wait a minute. After you finish listening to my podcast.
Shout out Big Sam Presents with a Z. Mad respect for the veterans. And you're damn right. Keep it diverse until they get triggered. $15. Little man. Put that shit in my hand. From New York to Japan. Stay with the band. Shout out. Keep listening to Big Sam's. Rah!
Hello everyone, how's everybody doing? Thank you for listening to this podcast, Big Sam Presents Raw. And man, I appreciate all the subscriptions that are coming in. And thank you for the shares. I really do appreciate the different people that are sharing this podcast and spreading this podcast. Man, it's crazy. It's hard to put in words, but I do sincerely thank you for it. This morning, or should I say it is morning time, here, October 9th, Tuesday morning, October 9th. Processing everything that's been going on the past 48 hours from my rehearsal with the fellas yesterday, trying to figure out how to learn this new music. We put out some videos, promo videos. The response, the feedback that's coming in from it, processing all of that. The love I have been getting on Halanis, Instagram, and YouTube. Getting some love on those platforms, try to process all of that and just putting things in perspective, taking a deep breath and learning how to enjoy the process, live in the moment and enjoy the moment. As I'm contemplating it and processing it for myself, my mind just starts to wonder how many other musicians that are not necessarily in a their career might not be where they want it to be as it relates to how often they play or the crowds that they play in. Excuse me. Or the frequency they play. Well, it's the same as how often. Or compensation. I just wonder how often do we get frustrated, and or when you working on trying to get something going, and then you realize, oh shit, this is happening. This is it right now. Like, how many musicians get to that point and then back off for whatever the reasons are. It doesn't matter what, it really don't matter what the reasons is. How many musicians get to that point and either they back off or they try to play the scenarios over and over and over and over and over in their mind, and they just overthink everything, and it causes them to become stifled or stagnant or pause or whatnot, or just get off track. I just wonder how many musicians deal with that. And if there are some musicians that deal with that, listen to the sound of my voice. You better keep going. You better keep pushing. If you have to, now when I'm saying keep pushing, in this is the sense. Sometimes it is necessary for you to stop, literally stop your body from moving, pause, stand still, close your eyes, breathe in, hold it, and exhale slowly. Sometimes you do need to pause, stop, and breathe, and let things kind of slow down, or let your brain process stuff and recapture your composure. You know, it's imperative for our success that we always remain a thermostat. We got to stay steady. We got to keep our temperaments and our disciplines steady and under control. That's how we are able to succeed and maintain in our successes. And if you haven't gotten to that point, I'm hoping to encourage you and to push you that if you feel like you on the break, you probably are already in your moment. It's just now you need to transition your mind into embracing your journey and embracing the success, and learn how to enjoy the process. You have to figure out a way to enjoy the process. That's a great way to push yourself to make sure you do succeed. Make sure you do capitalize on your moment. Like, you don't want to get to a point where you're just sitting there thinking, well, what if this happens? And what if that happens? And, oh man, I feel like I'm just right there if I could just do this. And, I got a little bit of attention. Well, let me just change this up. Sometimes you don't need to change stuff up. If you're gaining momentum and you're getting towards, you're taking steps towards your goal, getting fancy might not be the right move, Excuse me. Especially if you're building brand-wise. Enhancement is cool. Fancy is tricky. And a lot of times not necessary. And I'm learning one thing about fancy is when the attention falls off, then you got to be more fancy. And if you get caught in that cat chasing his tail, it's hard to get out of that, definitely. So I know for me personally, I don't do fancy. I've tried it. I've really tried it. And man, oh my goodness. It got to the point where I just wasn't putting out anything. Like, literally, I wasn't doing any podcasts. I wasn't putting out any videos. I was barely even posting on social media. I was so busy trying to focus on getting fancy, learning how to edit and do this and do that, and blah, 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 woo, woo. I just had to realize that's not my brand. That's not my thing. Now, as I'm succeeding and becoming more popular via social media, there is going to get to a point where I will have, I'm going to hire editors at some point. Well, I shouldn't say hire. I'm going to bring on editors as a team and build as a team. And when we get to that point, it ain't going to be a whole lot of raw from me. The raw stuff from me will be so, I don't even know how to explain it, but man, it's going to be extra dope. I have a game plan for that. It's going to be a combination. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a combination, but in order to appeal to certain audiences that I do want to appeal to strategically, I'm going to need editors for that, so I can get that content out and connect with those audiences, and make everything come full circle. So, for you, find a place to just learn how to figure out a way to just stop for a moment. Like literally, if it's 2 minutes in the day, or if you take a day, turn the phone off, turn the TV off, turn the radio off, and just relax for a few minutes and breathe. Maybe walk outside barefoot for a while, sit in the sun for a little while, or go walking out in nature or in the park or something. But get in the sun for a while and then come back in the house. Excuse me. And then listen to some music. Don't turn your phone on. Don't turn your TV on. Don't turn the computer on. Just put on some music. Go old school. Pop a CD and a disc player that's not attached to a computer. And play a CD if you have to. If you got a record or if you got a tape, play that joker. You got an old school iPod that's not connected to the internet, play that. Avoid that internet. Take that break. Listen to yourself. Like, calm yourself down so you can hear yourself think. And you'll be all right. Just don't stop. You know what I'm saying? And don't do the, oh, I'm taking a 3-month sabbatical, I'm taking a 1-month sabbatical and all of that stuff. You know, a lot of times you don't, if you put that out there and tell people I'm taking a 3-month sabbatical, then let's say you only needed a week, then you're going to feel condemned and about only needing a week, even though you told people 3 months. And then that's a whole nother monster that you got to deal with. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get those kind of thoughts out your head and figure out a way. I'm preaching to you as I'm preaching to myself, because I'm dealing with this personally. You know what I'm saying? Getting those negative thoughts out of my mind, as well as embracing what's going on and what I'm building. I've been working very hard to build, and now it is happening. And it's like, I'm not going to let myself get scared, intimidated, stop, pause, any of that stuff. I'm going to embrace. And I also realize I have to be cognizant of, excuse me, what is working more efficiently than others, or what is working more efficiently than others, and make sure I don't let those things fall through the crack. If you don't know about Big Sam Presents, it's a lot. I'm building a whole lot. For lack of better terms, I'm building an empire, and it's dealing with my life, my experiences, how I interact with people, helping people get out of funks, slumps, helping musicians maximize their creativity, and get profit off of it. You know what I'm saying? Make money off of it. You gotta make a living. I hope that no musician has a quote unquote 9-to-5 job that they have to check in or clock in to do, that is preventing them from pursuing their dream, their passion of music. And there's ways to do it. Now, I'm not encouraging anyone to quit their job today. No, don't do that. And you better not blame me for that. No, sir, dog. I know that there are ways that within a year of grinding, intentionally grinding, within a year, you can be doing music, musically being creative and making a living, an honest living off of it. Don't believe me? Continue to watch how I'm grinding and listen to the show. And I'm telling you, if you listen to the previous recordings and podcasts I've done, I'm giving the play. I'm dropping nuggets here and there everywhere at the same time and in between time. You know, for instance, this podcasting, I am going to use the heck out of this. I'm trying to figure out how to separate audio from video with the stuff that I have. I haven't figured it out yet. I have the software to do it. I just haven't figured out how to work it and make it happen. Excuse me. But you could do vlogs where it's not just a podcast, but you put the camera on. And then you talk the same way you're podcasting. All you do is just add a video to it. You ain't changing up nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just adding the camera in front of you. That's it. That's an option as it relates to building on social media. You as the musician and or your business or band building your brand. So you got audio and you got video. Now, if you are a writer, vlog, document the hell out of what you do. I'm not a writer. That's not my thing. I tried it. It ain't working for me. And it's way too much time consuming as it relates to everything else that I got going on. But build your brand, your music, and your own empire. Start you a YouTube channel. You don't have to put pressure to put a video on every day. Just get started. You know what I'm saying? Set a goal once a week. Once a week. That's the longest that it should take you. Don't do every other week, once a week, because you want to build the consistency. Excuse me. Get you an Instagram and an Instagram IGTV page. When you do your videos, you put it on YouTube, Instagram. Share the YouTube link on Facebook. Force your Facebook crowd to support your YouTube page, because the end goal is to building a following. Your following is going to be there on Facebook. You do snippets of videos on Facebook, but you still point them to your YouTube page. In time, they'll come. It might take some time, but in time they'll come. But you're also going to gain new friends and new followers and new fans on YouTube. Each platform has its niche of audiences that people prefer over the other. You repeat the same process on Vimeo, Twitter, Snapchat, Google Plus, Tumblr, Halanis, VK, all everywhere. As many platforms that you are able to manage. Set you up a Patreon. Put your most personal or most passionate pieces on Patreon and allow your subscribers to pay a subscription to support those pieces. Make content specifically for them. Excuse me. It could be whatever you want. You have complete control. It doesn't even have to be about music. I draw mazes, and I'm going to be putting that on my Patreon along with other things. My comedy stuff is going to be on my Patreon. Some of the business transactions on how to, do this, that, and the third is going to be on my Patreon. You know what I'm saying? So the power of social media, you literally have the ability to start, run, and operate your own independent label where you are the CEO and you do it however the F you want to and minimize who all is getting a piece of the cut. I personally am not recording no music and putting it on iTunes. That doesn't work for me. I'm not giving them money for my music. They didn't help with this music. And they're not promoting it as it relates to put it on, forcing people to buy it. You know what I'm saying? It's just an avenue. I don't need you. As long as I register my stuff, I'm going to give it away via this podcast. Anchor.fm is my distribution channel as well as my videos on my individual channels. Now, people are going to request to buy it. Cool. Go to his website. Boom. Download it right there. But I would rather I don't mind giving it away. If you want to support the music, there's other ways that you can support the music. Same money that you would have put in buying the music. Buy a ticket to the show. Get us booked in your city. Support the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? If you was going to spend $10 for an album, spend that for a subscription. And you'll get the same thing. I'll just keep dropping you you know what I'm saying, music right there. Boom. It's a way. It's a strategy. I understand it takes a lot of grind and it takes a lot of hustle to build, but it's paying off. It pays off. So I hope that you were able to hear some of the things I do. And again, it encourages you, opens up your mind, your creativity, and helps your band get out there and be successful or more successful. Look, if your desire is not to make money, that's fine. Don't take this personal. Ain't nobody attacking you. You know what I'm saying? If this content isn't for you, don't listen to it. It's all good. Talk about it. Put it on the web. Don't listen to Big Sam Presents Raw. His show is horrible. I appreciate that. I need that because somebody's going to say, well, let me find out why it's so bad. And that person right there might say, you know what? That was a good show. Let me share this. I don't care. It's all good. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for giving your monthly subscription. I appreciate the $4.99 subscription. Mad love to you all. Super mad love to the people that's giving the $9.99. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Most importantly, my 99-cent warriors riding with me in these trenches. Thank you so much for your subscription. Please share this episode and 3 other of my episodes on your favorite social media platform. Wherever you listen or whatever you watch or get on social media. Again, if it's Halanis, find me on Big Sam Presents and then share the podcast. You know what I'm saying? If Twitter, Snapchat, whatever it is. And if there's a platform that you would like to see me on that I'm not on, send me a message. Leave a comment on this post or wherever you find this at, and introduce me to a new platform that I should consider. You know what I'm saying? I'll look at it. I'll try it out. If I can make it work, I'll make it work. You know, I'm on Twitter, but I'm on there. I don't have any interaction on there whatsoever. No matter what I do, post or whatever. Like no one. Not take that back. There's a guy that does matter of fact, We Exchange podcast, who goes show. So show me the ropes to Twitter. How do I get cracked in there? Oh, I'm also on LinkedIn. I just got a message on LinkedIn. I am on LinkedIn now. I don't maneuver LinkedIn for a networking thing. I just have an account and I post my podcasts on there and I just let it do what it does. At some point I might link up with someone that can show me how to maneuver and make it to my advantage, because I just don't see it right now. I do get that that's where business professionals are. I can network with them and all of that. I don't get the whole fluffing you up presentation to get their attention. I ain't trying to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's just not my vibe. I understand that it works as part of business. That's just not the course for me. Thank you so much. Till next time, mad love. I'm out.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the sounds of Big Sam Presents. That's right. He's a member of the Elite Circle. And ladies and gentlemen, as you know, if you find hashtag Elite Circle on any of the descriptions on any podcast, you know it's dope. So check them out. It's your girl, the Guru, Lupus Warrior. And as always, you know you can call me the Guru. When you're done listening to Big Sam's, stop on by and say hello. Peace. I'm out.